Yo, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Wait on a couple more people to join real quick. Got some breaking news. Wait on a couple more people to join. All right, y'all. All right, appreciate everybody for tapping in. Today we're gonna talk about Quando Rondo reaches a plea deal in his federal his federal drug case in Georgia. On Tuesday, June 25th, U.S. State's Attorney document U.S. blah 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 blah. Both sides had come to a plea agreement according to the court documents obtained by XXL. Details of the plea agreement has not been disclosed, and the judge has not made his decision on yet the plea deal. Last June, Quando Rondo was arrested and charged with drug conspiracy and participating in a criminal street gang activity. The same month, the rapper and 18 others were indicted, with authorities accusing the rappers of being the manager of a local Rolling 60 Crip section in his hometown of Savannah. He was charged with two counts of conspiracy to violate Georgia Controlled Substance Act, one count of participating in street gang activities, and use of communication facilities and commission of a felony involving a controlled substance. All right, the case was picked up by the feds last month in December. Well, this is old. Quando Rondo pleaded not guilty. He's facing 20 years in federal prison. He bonded out in June. But pretty much, man, he just accepted a plea deal. He hasn't been sentenced yet, but we definitely know for sure he's going to prison. I don't see Quando Rondo being able to get no probation or none of that. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. He just pleaded guilty on Tuesday, which was yesterday, man. He just pleaded guilty, man. Like I say, man, he's going to prison. I don't see him accepting no plea deal and him being able to get probation or none of that for those type of charges that he got. You get what I'm saying? They accusing this guy of he getting hit with the Georgia Gang Act. He getting hit with distributing drugs. Even the feds picked it up. Come on, man. He's going to prison. For sure, he's going to prison. For sure, Quando Rondo is going to prison. Like I say, he just accepted the plea deal. He's smart. He ain't want to go up against them feds. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even got the bag to really fight the feds. You get what I'm saying? Because trust and believe me, bro, when the feds come or the feds pick up the case, bro, it's already a slam dunk case. The feds don't want no cases that's not a straight slam dunk. They don't want that on their resume. They don't got a 97 conviction for no reason. They only take cases that they know is a slam dunk. He's free right now. He's not locked up. He posted bond already. So he's been free. He just had to go to court and he accepted a plea deal. The terms of the time and all of that, they ain't came up with it yet. So more than likely his next court date, we'll know how much time he getting sentenced to. But he's definitely going to prison. For sure. He's definitely headed to the feds. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, he's definitely headed to the feds. Definitely. All of these is federal cases. They trying to say that he's a leader of a sanction of a Rolling 60s in Savannah, Georgia. Like, this is just one charge. This is just a drug case he pleading guilty to. He still got gang charges and other cases that he fighting. Just this one case he about to plead guilty to. He just better hope that they run everything concurrent. But it's over for him. It's over for him. He's smart though. He ain't like NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to fight the feds, man, because you ain't gonna always beat the feds. Some cases you can beat them, but a lot of times, man, when they say 97, 98% conviction rate, I appreciate that, Seth. Subscribe to the channel. When they say a 98% conviction rate, when they mean that. They only take slam dunk cases. So if the feds picked up this case, they already know it's a slam dunk case. And Quando Rondo got scared. He was talking all that junk. I beat the feds. No, that man pleading guilty. He already know. That man play with them feds, boy. They gonna roast that man in Georgia. Quando Rondo smart. Whoever in his ear, they smart. They smart. They telling him like, yo, bro, don't, bro. This is the feds, bro. Don't even try it, bro. It's over with, bro. Because no matter what, that gang charge you going down for. People don't realize in Georgia they got a gang act. It's the same thing like Cali, New York, Chicago. Once you get labeled as a gang member in the gang files, you could go to jail for just hanging in the gang area, hanging around other gang affiliates, conspiracy to commit crimes with. Like, come on, once you get labeled as a gang member, it's over with. So Quando got to already eat that charge as for the gang act. That's like 5 years in Georgia. Then on top of that, you just pleaded guilty to a drug case with the feds. So, bro, Quando Rondo might be gone for about at least 4 to 5 years. I don't see him getting nothing under 5 years right now. I just don't see it. Appreciate it, little sister Soaps. But yeah, I just don't see it. Georgia has gang acts to where you can get 5 years off the back just for being labeled as a gang member. They got a criminal street gang activity charge. Once you get hit with that, that's a mandatory already 5 years in Georgia. You get what I'm saying? On top of you just pleaded guilty to the drug case. Come on, man, you done. Smartest thing Quando Rondo did was, bro, he not playing with his life with the people. I take that 5 off the rip there and try to gamble with these people and get 20 years. Because if they telling Quando Rondo 20 years, that means, bro, if they find you guilty, the feds is going to try to give you the max. I would have I'd gone ahead, cop out, take that little 5 years. I'll be back in about 3. I'm still going to be irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? You see YB, if YB lose his federal gun case in Louisiana, man, they might try to get that man 10 to 15 years. I'm telling you, man, when the feds pick up a case or the feds come, that's because it's already a sealed case. The feds don't put their name on no case that they don't know that they can beat. They rather let the state embarrass themselves than the feds. The feds ain't picking up no case that they don't know is a slam dunk. A lot of times they'll pick up a high profile case depending on who it is, but a lot of times even then, they still picking it up because they know that they gonna win. That's how the feds work. The feds ain't wasting they ain't wasting court costs, legal fees, taxpayers' money, and all of that. When the feds come and get you, man, listen, they gonna give you one time to see what you want to do. You want to plead guilty, you want to talk or whatever. If not, we're going to trial. Like the feds is just that simple. They're gonna give you one time to talk, and they'll give you one time to take a plea deal. After that, we're taking it to trial. Feds ain't playing. They never lose, Ron. The feds never lose. 97, 98% conviction rate. Come on, man. That mean out of probably 100,000 cases, they probably only lost 200. Like, come on, man. A lot of people don't beat the feds. Quando Rondo ain't Quando Rondo smart, man. Quando Rondo, that's the smartest thing you done did so far, bro. Like, you accepted responsibility, bro, and you just went ahead and reached that plea agreement, bro, because to try to fight the feds, bro, is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna win, dog. You're not. You're not gonna win. But Quando Rondo, this what you want. You know, you want to be gang, and you want to be all of that. You want to be big rolling 60. Oh yeah, man. They got you. This dude signed a NBA YoungBoy and signed to Atlantic Records. This man that generated millions of dollars, but yet you want to still be in Savannah, Georgia, trying to run a Crip fraction. I don't get that part. But I get it. Ever since the junk with King Von, that junk took a hit to your career. You know, them shows then slowed up. Them iTunes checks then shows slowed up. The label ain't really messing with you like that. So I get it why you back in Savannah, Georgia, you know, trapping. But, bro, y'all youngsters, bro, y'all just be destroying y'all careers, man. I don't really get it. Quando Rondo been taking hits ever since Von passed away. Ever since Von passed away, his music career been done. So now I see why he back in Savannah, Georgia trapping. Because that's what the feds is saying. The feds is saying Quando Rondo is trapping in Savannah, Georgia. Y'all tell me how's a man that's a platinum selling artist that signed to NBA, YoungBoy, and Atlantic Records got time to be in Savannah, Georgia. His career is going down. You know, he got to get his money some type of way. His career is over with. You keep it real with you. If it wasn't for NBA YoungBoy keeping his career afloat, but if NBA YoungBoy ever step away, Quando Rondo done. Because Atlantic ain't supported him since that Von situation. Ain't nobody in the music industry supporting Quando Rondo. So I believe what the feds are saying. He back in Savannah, Georgia, getting into shootings and trapping and having to run a gang. He ain't got no choice now. He probably took the last of his rap money and put it back in the streets in Savannah because his music career is over with. Last time he did a show, what? How many people showed up? Like 200-300 people. Y'all remember he went viral for having a concert and only like 200-300 people showed up, where they was trying to allege that Dirt bought all the tickets or whatever. Like, you know, so I kind of believe that dude was really in Savannah getting busy because he ain't got no choice right now. His career is over with. Man, I can't say the last song that Quando Rondo dropped that I really listened to or really paid attention to. That project he dropped with NBA YoungBoy, I did listen to that a couple times. They had a couple bangers on there. I like that song he got with Lil Baby. But he ain't really got no music. Quando ain't really dropped no bangers since then. Name one big feature Quando Rondo didn't have since that Von situation. His only features been from NBA YoungBoy camp. You get what I'm saying? His career is over with. Bro took his last little trap money. I mean, he took his last little money and put it in the streets. That man really in Savannah. I believe it. That man Quando Rondo right now is supposed to be on tour, something. That man in Savannah, Georgia. He really can't go nowhere now because now he on house arrest and he facing all these legal issues. He can't leave Savannah now. His career over with. So you right. He might as well keep gang banging, man, because his career over with. You know, his career down the toilet. I don't really see him even having no career in 5 years, but he damn sure going to federal prison. It's for sure. It's for sure he going to federal prison. You know, but that's the lifestyles that these youngsters want. Oh, Jordan say what happened? Jordan Peterson. Quando Rondo just reached a plea agreement in his federal drug case in Georgia. The terms has not been disclosed yet, so we don't know how much time he got. He's still facing Georgia gang criminal street activity charges. But his drug charges, he pretty much just pleaded guilty to. He still got a couple other charges that he got to go to court for. But one of the federal charges he just pleaded guilty to. But he about to be on his way to the feds. Uh, More than likely, they're gonna probably try to give him probably. The feds is kind of generous. The feds will give you 3 to 6 months to get your stuff in order. So he might not get sentenced to probably about 6 months from now. But he dang sure pleaded guilty. I will hope that his lawyer is trying to get all of his charges combined to one. You get what I'm saying? Run them concurrent. You know what I'm saying? So as he's serving time for one, he's serving time for all of them. But Quando Rondo is headed to the feds for sure. He just pleaded guilty yesterday. Quando said he ain't fighting the feds. That man was facing 20 years. He about to go ahead, take that little 5 or 7, whatever they gonna try to give him, and go ahead and get out them folks' way. Because if you gamble with your life, and he ain't got the bag like YB got. Come on, man. If YB don't probably pay for his lawyer, man, he ain't gonna probably have no good lawyer. Cause Quando Rondo, keep it real with you. What music money has he been making since Von passed away? I ain't seen him been doing no shows. His projects don't do nothing. His streams done went down. His sales done went down. So he got a trap in the streets of Savannah. Let's just keep it real. Cause his music career is over with. That man, he ain't got the bag to fight the feds like YB got. Man, YB generating $1 million a month off music and other business ventures. You know what I'm saying? Quando ain't got that type of bag, bro, to fight the feds. He ain't got that type of bag. Boy, you better have some money to fight the feds. And you got what? He got 4, 5 different Fed cases. Man, you talk about at least $2 million on legal fees just on that. And that ain't no guarantee that you're gonna even beat him. Man, Quando Rondo smart. That man, he about to take that little. Even though the time ain't disclosed, I'm gonna estimate they probably gonna give him between 5 to 7 years. He'll be home in probably about 4. Just name a car for an addict. The Dreamville. Perp Patrice say he been talking to the feds. But yeah, man, it ain't looking too good for Quando. He's definitely headed to the feds. But I respect him, man, for not playing with his life, man, because a lot of these youngsters think it's a game going in that courtroom and trying to play with your life instead of just taking that time and getting out those folks' way. You know what I'm saying? You got to think if you about to if you could take a plea deal for 7 years, but you're gonna sit in trial for 3 years to try to fight it, you done already did half of the time already. Why sit in court and court for 2, 3 years when you can go ahead and start your time? Get it out the way. I'm not about to go to court for no 3, 4 years when I could have just already pleaded guilty and took the 7 and been working down the 7. That makes zero sense. Think about that. YB, let's just say if YB would have took the 7 years, right? Between his house arrest and waiting on the trial, it's been already going on 3 years. With his lawyers, he'd be probably already coming home. You get what I'm saying? So it don't really make sense to really beat the feds and try to prolong your court cases for 4, 5 years when you can already be working on your time. That's just me personally. If I was YB, all right, I beat the Cali case, all right, this Baton Rouge case, all right, let me see if I can try to work up a plea agreement for like 5 to 7 years. All right, if y'all give me the 5 to 7 years, all right, I'll take that because I already been going to court for 3 years. You think about it. YB been on house arrest. He been on house arrest in Utah for 2 years. On top of he was already locked up for what, 5, 6 months before they let him out. On top of he just recently just did another month or 2 in jail. He working on already 4 years. If he would have took a 5 to 7 year plea deal in Louisiana, he already damn near be coming home. He got the bag to get his lawyers to work up a plea deal. That's all Louisiana want out of NBA YoungBoy. They want some time out of him. They like, you're not getting away. You're not getting away scotch-free. Oh, man, if I was him, man, I'd have took that little 5 to 7 year plea deal, and I'd have been already 3 down. I'm already YB, so I'm already hot. I'm going to sell regardless. Come on, man. I'd have been 3, 4 years down, man, on a 7 year sentence already, man. These youngsters don't even think about that. They so worried about, oh, I want to be free so I can get this show money so I can pop and I can be lit and I can enjoy my millions. Bro, you still going to have the police and the feds hovering over you. YB just did it for 2 years on house arrest, and he said that was horrible. But, bro, you could have been doing that 2 years and knocking that time down. I'm trying to get them folks out of my business so I can move around. I ain't trying to do this house arrest. I ain't trying to do none of that, man. Man, give me my time so I can enjoy my life and enjoy my millions. YB can't do no concerts. He can't travel. He can't do nothing but go to the doctor's office, dentist appointments, all of that. Who wants to live like that and you making $1 million a month? Who wants to live life like that? You got $20 million worth of cars that you can't drive past your driveway. Man, I'm not living my life like that. Man, I'm about to go ahead, get this plea deal done, and go ahead and get these folks this time and get out the way. I ain't about to sit there and be gambling with my life. That's why I respect Quando Rondo, because Quando Rondo just went ahead and about to get it out the way. He about to plead guilty to all of those charges, get his lawyer to run him concurrent and start working on his time. Why I'm gonna sit and go to court for 2-3 years, then I gotta pay a lawyer for 2-3 years. I gotta pay court fines, court costs, restitution. At the end of the day, Quando Rondo gonna been and came out of $2 million trying to beat this case and probably still gonna lose. When you can go ahead and pay your lawyer a little 75, 100,000, go ahead, man, run these concurrent, give me a good plea deal, and send me up the road. It don't make sense to go to court for years when you can already be working on your time. That's just me. I'm trying to get these folks out of my business. I don't want these folks being able to run in my house at any given time because I'm on house arrest or I'm on federal release or whatever it is. Nah, bro, y'all not about to keep setting me up. That's how they keep setting YB up. They keep putting him on house arrest and probation and then running in his cribs or doing all this because they know he's still committing crimes. So if you know you ain't ready to change your life over, go ahead and get that time out the way and get back to your life. But free, Quando Rondo free. He not locked up right now. He pleaded guilty. He still got to get a sentence date. He's free right now. Free YB though. But yeah, Quando Rondo's not free. But he did go to court yesterday and plead guilty. Like I say, man, uh, he ain't got the bag to fight the feds. And at the end of the day, man, I don't think he was gonna win anyway. So he did the smart thing in my book. He went ahead and took his time like a G, you know. He could. I'm glad he ain't try to take the NBA YoungBoy approach, you know, because like I say, NBA YoungBoy, he beat that case in California because they couldn't prove that when he hopped out of that Rolls-Royce colony that handgun that they found in that colony was his. So he beat that case. But this Baton Rouge case, it's going on 3 years now, man, and I feel like YB got the money, man, to go ahead and get a nice little plea deal for 5 to 7 years, you know, and start working on your time because Louisiana won't NBA YoungBoy so bad that they will invest millions of dollars of legal fees and fines and court costs and whatever it is. But they want NBA YoungBoy bad. So go ahead and get out them folks' way, man. Get out them folks' way, man. Get out them folks' way. Because to be honest with you, if they really get a real search warrant or the Supreme Court passed that ruling that they can use that camera as evidence, that camera in that music video that you shot in Baton Rouge is going to clearly show that you was in possession or around firearms that they found. They got the firearms from the music video, but they can't use the cameraman footage because they saying that they're violating his rights. So they took it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that some of the footage can be used. Not all of the footage, but some of the footage can be used. So if they walk into that trial and they show that music video footage, YB, you done already. Then they're going to try to hit you with the 15 ball. They're going to try to hit you with, oh, you already a convicted felon. Oh, bro, they're going to hit you with the 15 ball. I would go ahead, man, and try to get a plea deal, man, because the longer you prolong it, the more they're going to try to get the Supreme Court to rule on that camera. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know why his lawyer's not telling him that. Like, y'all done gave the prosecutors Louisiana 3 years to suppress this evidence of this camera footage, and they took it all the way up to the Supreme Court. For everybody that's tapped in with me, the Supreme Court is one of the highest courts that you could pretty much take anything to. Like, the Supreme Court outrules everything. I don't really know too much of what's higher than the Supreme Court. If anybody know in this chat, y'all let me know. But I don't know what's too much higher than the Supreme Court. Okay, in the state court, they ruled that the camera footage can't be used. Okay, it was a win for YB. He should have hurried up and asked for a speedy trial. That's what I would have did. I would have hurried up and asked for a speedy trial. But yet, he prolonged it. They got it all the way up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled that some of the video footage can be used, but some of it can't. So YB then gave the state of Louisiana enough time to get this evidence suppressed so that they can use it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why would you want to keep giving these people more and more time to be able to get this footage off of this camera? Because the whole case is in the is on the camera. The camera is the music video that's showing YB and all his alleged homies with firearms. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that they took it all the way to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court ruled in the state favor, that's not good for YB. Why wouldn't you want to hurry up and work up a plea deal? Like, I'm not about to let these people play with my life like that. Like, that's just me personally. Shout out to Baltimore City. But y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. But me personally, I'm not about to play with my life like that. I just don't think that that's smart. Like, you see that these folks trying to get you bad. Like, they done took it all the way to the Supreme Court. Like, that's not normal. That's not normal for the state to take something all the way to the Supreme Court. That mean they want you bad. That mean they want you bad. On top of, dude got 63 new charges from Utah. Another he got another firearm charge from Utah. So it's like, dude, you just collected more and more charges before you even got your last issues taken care of. That's just me personally. He gonna take 5 like everybody else. How much time he take for his plea deal? The plea deal is not disclosed yet. We won't know until sentencing. That lets you know that his lawyer and the solicitor is trying to come up with something because he still has other cases that's still open in the state of Georgia. So what I would be under the presumption is that he's pleading guilty to the more serious charge. So either that some of the smaller ones is going to get dropped or they're going to get lowered. And they're going to probably get ran concurrent. So I feel like all of his charges is trying to either get worked out, lowered, or get ran concurrent. So his sentence probably is not going to be for another 5 to 6 months because I feel like he got other charges in Georgia that the fact that he pleaded guilty to the serious charge, a lot of those smaller ones is going to get lowered or dropped. You get what I'm saying? If YB do a plea deal, it's going to be like 10 years. He got the type of money I think, to probably get 7 years. I think he can get 7 years. Or he can get probably 10 at 50 or 10 at 85%. YB got that bag, man. He got the bag. All the state of Louisiana want is time out of NBA YoungBoy. That's it. That's it. They want time. They want time out of NBA YoungBoy. Even if he do 10 years, right? Even if he plead for 10 years, he can get 10 at 85, 10 at 50, like, or he could say, all right, he want 10 years, but he want the time served for the jail and the house arrest. That's already 3-4 years already. So that means YB only have 5-6 left. He go get a GED, do some schooling, do some anger management classes. YB will be out in 4 years. But still got to face the Utah stuff. So more than likely after he get out, they'll be transferring him to Utah so he can face that time there. But go ahead and get it all out the way. Trios said he probably going to get about 10 and do 6. Yeah. But go ahead and get it out the way. But 4 years going to be about 28. Yeah, he still will be good. No matter what, YB got loyal fan base. It don't matter whether if he's in prison, in a house, in a mansion, in Baton Rouge, Utah, Vermont, Montana. His fan base is loyal. They're going to support him no matter what. If YB go away from 5 years, he's still going to be the most streamed artist. He's still going to be the most streamed artist. Let's not play like YB not him. Like, his career is not over by far. Like, but his career is gonna always be hindered by legal issues. If Rolling Loud trying to pay you $2 million to do a concert, but you can't do it because you are on house arrest, that's hindering your career. Not saying he need the money, but he can catch a private jet for 50,000 and go get $2 million to do a show for 30 minutes and hop right back on a private jet. You only wasted $50,000, $60,000 to go pick up 2 mil. Come on, man. YB is gonna get $1 million to $2 million a show. He can pay 50,000 to a private jet and hit that show, go to a next city and be done. He will no longer have to fly commercial no more because he's gonna get $1 million a show to 2 million when he get out. He's gonna be private jetting to shows now. Come on, man. It's gonna be hard to touch that man. Yeah, yeah, Uncle. Tell him do that time, man. That's the only thing I don't get with these youngsters, man. They be big and bad, man. You know what I'm saying? But when it come time for them to lay down and sit down, they don't be with it. They ain't with it. They be thinking about their career. Oh, I got a career. I'm a rapper. I got this to lose. I got that to lose. You should have been thinking about that when you wanted to pull up to Baton Rouge and shoot a video with 20 people. Like, y'all pulled up to a block in Baton Rouge in broad daylight to shoot a music video like y'all didn't think nobody on that block was going to call the police. Like not one old lady or somebody was going to call the police. But that's how these youngsters don't think. That's how these youngsters don't think. Quando Rondo was one of the hottest artists when he first came out of Savannah, Georgia, the hottest artist ever. But over some of the mistakes that he made in his career, it didn't cost him. It cost him to the point that he can't go to Cali and feel safe. You see what happened when he went to Cali? He can't travel and do shows. He not getting booked no more. He not streaming how he was. Rappers ain't reaching out for him no more. When rappers come to Savannah and Atlanta, they ain't bringing them out to concerts and shows no more. He don't got that support from Lil Baby and all of those artists that were supporting him before. You got to think, a label will mess with an artist when they see other artists messing with them. So when they seen Lil Durk, Quando Rondo, 21 Savage, Future, NBA YoungBoy, of course, Atlantic wanted to mess, Atlantic was on Quando Rondo, but when they seen all the artists fade from him, they seen all his fans fade from him, he just shelved now. Like, he still signed to Atlantic, but he shelved. They ain't gonna release him because at the end of the day, he's still a platinum selling artist, So, but his career is over with. So it don't surprise me that he in Savannah, Georgia, trapping and running a gang and all of this with the feds is a legend that he did. It don't surprise me because what other option do Quando Rondo got right now? He got a family, he got kids. I mean, he got a daughter, I believe. He ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice. Mismanaging his money. He done made millions of dollars mismanaging his money and poor decisions he done made. He wanted to troll Vaughn after that situation happened and all of that instead of not speaking on it and saying, I wish this incident would have never happened. My condolences go out to King Von and his family. It was a misunderstanding. I wish it would have never happened. But yet you want to, oh man, oh we pulling up to the you just was tweaking, bro. You on Clubhouse tweaking with all these people, man. Like Von and Dirk ain't the fan favorites. Like, come on, man. You jeopardize your own career. You jeopardize your own career. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get that, bro. Y'all dudes be having an opportunity of a lifetime. Y'all be having the type of money and financial stability that your grandparents never have. Just imagine our grandparents worked their whole life and probably back in the day and probably never touched $100,000. These dudes is getting that for a verse, a show, for a concert. They getting $1 million advances. They getting $1 million advances from tours. They getting merch money. They getting treated like royalty everywhere they go. They getting to travel the world. They getting to set up generational wealth for their family, for their next generation, and the only thing they can worry about is the streets. You get what I'm saying? NBA YoungBoy, $100 million man, but he want to run around in Baton Rouge. Quando Rondo was a multi-millionaire, but yet he want to still be in Savannah, Georgia. So I don't feel bad for these dudes at some point, man. I really don't, man. I really don't be feeling bad for these dudes, man, because at the end of the day, they be putting they be putting themselves in situations that they don't have to. I don't get how a person with millions of dollars feels like he has to go back to the hood or to the urban community to where you feel like you're gonna have to carry a gun, or you feel like you're gonna have a person looking for you, or you're gonna have this. Like, I don't get why to make it up here and to want to keep hanging out down here. I don't get that part. You make it up all the way here to want to hang out down here instead of pulling the people up with you that you want to. Like, if let's just say if you go into the hood for a family or whatever, pull them up with you. Like, but I just don't get it, man. That these young dudes is getting the opportunity of a lifetime. I be seeing these dudes walking around with $3 million in jewelry, $2 million in cars, $500,000 in a book bag, and then 6 months later arrested for 6 murders. And I be looking like, dude, like, I don't get it. Like, Pooh Shiesty, one of my favorite artists at the time, was one of the popping artists in the world, but just couldn't adjust to his new life. You get what I'm saying? And it ultimately cost him. Young Thug. And y'all guarantee you, Young Thug then generated $100 million in this music industry. But he just couldn't let go of his old lifestyle. It cost him. YFN Lucci was one of the hottest artists at the time when he got locked up, making millions of dollars. Couldn't let go of his old lifestyle. It's a lot of people. That's why people like 21 Savage, I give all gratitude to, like, because people that know where they came from, but wants to change, and once they do make it there, they cool with being the new person that they is. Like, 21 Savage did a whole change. Like, of course he still got his bad days, but I feel like he changed completely. Like, he about financial literacy. He about saving money, talking to the youth. I'm pretty sure he still have his bad days, but versus when he first came out. You get what I'm saying? But you see how over time he done grown and changed? But a lot of these dudes, they just refuse to grow and change. Like, YB, you got 13 kids. How is it going to help your 13 kids if something happened to you want to shoot a music video in Baton Rouge? What's going to happen to your 13 kids? Yeah, granted, I get it. They probably got trust funds and all of that, but look at how many people you take care of and how many people would lose out from you losing your life or something bad happened to you. Now, I get it. Violence can happen anywhere. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like when you make it out, don't feel bad that to the point that you feel like you got to go back and hang there because you feel like you done turned your back, or people calling you a Uncle Tom, or they calling you this or calling you that. That's cool, bro. Because if you made it out, bro, I'll be happy for you. If a person ain't happy for your success, or you feel like you can't be yourself around a person or around a female, you don't need to be around that person. If you got to put on a persona or you got to act a different type of way just to be around the area or to be around some people, it ain't even worth it. Yeah, you right. You right, black troller. You right. It's called survivor's remorse. But my thing is like this. If you make it out and you lose your life, what you think all the people in Chicago saying right now, all FBG Duck family saying right now, man, I wish I'd have told him to leave. I wish I'd have told him to forget me, just leave. Go live your life, live, just move. So sometimes survival remorse can come back to bite you in the butt. Because how many people you think is right now King Von family kicking themselves in the butt saying, man, I wish when Von was alive, I could have told him to slow down. Or man, I wish when FBG Duck was alive, I could have told him to move. Or oh man, I wish I could have told Pop Smoke Man not to post his address. You get what I'm saying? So survival remorse a lot of times can cost you. You get what I'm saying? Because when you the bag, you're gonna have a bunch of yes men around you, and that's no good. You get what I'm saying? You gonna need them people around you to tell you the right thing, no matter if you want to hear it or not. Because that's what these dudes don't got. YB don't got nobody, obviously, to tell him when he's slipping and doing something wrong. Obviously, Quando Rondo don't. Obviously, a lot of these young dudes that's coming into this money don't. They don't got no OGs, no old heads around them that could tell them like, hey, yo, bro, like you bugging, you wilding, bro. Like, go ahead, live your life, be successful, bro. We got that. Like, we gonna spin a bin on that. Like, that ain't even you. You ain't even got to rap about that no more. Like, that's us. Like, we got it, bro. Like, go live your life. Go live your life, man. Like, that's a real friend, a real homie, a real OG gonna tell you, like, hold on, bro, you slipping, bro. What you doing around here, bro? Like, you wilding, bro. You all the way supposed to be in Atlanta and Cali, bro. What you doing around here, bro? Nah, bro. That ain't your job no more, bro. We got it, bro. Bro, when you make it, we all make it. If you fail, we all fail. You get me? And you ain't missing nothing around here. That's what a real OG would have did. That's what a real person would have did. If YB would have had a real OG around him, they'd have been like, oh, yeah, we about to go shoot this video in Baton Rouge with all these straps. The OG would have been like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, YB. You already a felon. Then you want to go to Baton Rouge and do it? Nah, bro, that's you tripping. We can go to Baton Rouge and shoot a video, but we ain't doing it like that. You know? And maybe, I'm not saying YB would have listened, but him having an older figure around, they could, no, bro, that ain't smart, even though he know right from wrong. That's what a lot of these dudes don't got, man, because they coming into this money so fast. They coming into this money 18, 19, 16. Imagine having $2-3 million. Um, Imagine having $2-3 million at 16, 17, 18. Your old head can't tell you nothing now because you got more money than him. You know, you're going to tell him you need to do what I'm doing. What's a plea? A plea is pretty much you pleading guilty to it. You accepting that you did it. Plead not guilty is saying that you didn't do it. I'm just breaking this down for DC Y4. But pleading is saying that you did it. Pleading not guilty is saying you didn't do it. Pleading no contest is pretty much accepting responsibility without saying I did it. You could plead no contest, and that's pleading guilty, but that's not saying that you did it. But pleading guilty is pretty much saying that you did it. Oh, a plea. A plea is pretty much what you work with the state or the feds when you about to go to jail or go to prison. A plea is pretty much coming up with like a sentencing. Like, let's just say if you was facing 30 years, but you in the state or you in the feds came up with a plea deal for like a couple years. You get what I'm saying? That's what a plea is. Plea is pretty much a deal that you work up with the state or the feds um, on your time, pretty much, or the time you about to get served. Or a lot of times, the plea can be no time at all. You know, it could be you about to work with the feds and get out for free. So, but definitely Quando Rondo going to jail. But my bad, DCY4. I misread. I read it wrong. Subscribe to the channel. But yeah, Quando Rondo, you say, is he going to jail? Yes, he is, man. He's actually going to a federal prison. He just pleaded guilty yesterday to federal drug charges in Georgia. He has more charges in Georgia that he's facing. That's why I believe that it's going to take him probably six months to get sentenced because he pleaded guilty to the bigger, serious charges. So I feel like the smaller charges either going to get dropped or they're going to get lowered. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that. That's what I feel. You know, I feel like his sentence is going to be probably about 6 months to a year away because he's still facing other charges. But he pleaded guilty to the more serious charges. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate everybody. I read the comments. I just don't comment on them. I read them, the negative ones and the positive ones. I just don't comment it on them. You got to be adult sometimes. You can't fight fire with fire. You know, these is all words. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody physically harm me or physically touch me. Words don't matter. That's what's wrong with this generation. They get out of pocket over some words, over some tweets and all of this. Come on, man. Words is never meant to hurt. It's when you physically harm somebody or you physically do something to somebody. That's what I believe and that's what I go off of. You could talk about whatever you want to talk about. That don't bother me. I be reading the comments. I just don't pay it no mind. I only respond to the comments that's positive and that means something. But I just appreciate y'all even for tapping in so much that I accept the negative comments just because I appreciate you for tapping into this live. But it don't matter if you got a negative comment or a positive comment. I just appreciate you for tapping in and taking the time out your busy day to even listen what I got going on. But appreciate everybody so much for tapping in and joining. I ain't about to get off the live, but I just been reading some comments and I seen that it's some stuff that I just don't care to comment on. But I see it. I just don't pay it no mind, man, because I'm gonna tell you like this. You never gonna get nowhere in life worried about what the next person think of you or what the next person gonna say. Nobody's perfect in life, and nobody's gonna have an easy road to success or to failure. You get what I'm saying? So you can't pay comments no mind. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm building a brand and I'm building a whole bunch of stuff. I got a couple businesses going on. But at the end of the day, man, I'll never get nowhere if I'm worried about what the next person think or say. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to preach to the youth and to the shorties out there. Oh, I appreciate you too, Myra. Love you too. But yeah, man, but my bad for getting off topic, y'all. But I love and appreciate everybody. But that boy Quando Rondo, man, just reached a plea with the feds, man, over his Georgia drug charges. And like I say, man, he headed to the feds. Frazier Williams, you feel me? Hey, he headed to the feds. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. That's the best comment or thing y'all can ever do, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Edward, you already know that, man. You already know that. You already know that, Edward. Frazier Williams, you already know that. DJ Star Johnson, you already know that. Elms Z, you already know that. Archon, you already know that. Black Troller, you already know that. He said, Black Troller say, Quando killed his own career trying to be hard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He put his career in the toilet and flushed it with the handle and flushed it down the drain. He Quando Rondo killed his own career. You said that right. Hold on. Let me pin that. Cause you right about that, Black Troller. He did. He did. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. Hold on right there. There it go, right there. Black Troller said he killed his own career trying to be hard. He did. Even at the situation with Vaughn, everybody know that him and Vaughn had a relationship. His videos out there. All he had to do was say, man, I wish this incident would have never happened, man. My thoughts and condolences go out to his family. You know, it went too far. You know what I'm saying? He was my homie. I wish him the best. I mean, I wish his family the best. If there's anything that I could do to help or repay what I did, you know, I'll do it. You know, a lot of people would have called them punks and all of that, but as a man, that's the respectful thing to do. Anybody that don't like you from that point, hey, it is what it is. But you made a mockery of King Von after that happened. You get what I'm saying? But Dirt did the same thing. O Block did the same thing. Chicago did the same thing. So I ain't gonna sit there and say that you ain't had a right to diss because they was dissing you. You know, Mimo and Breezy pulled up to Savannah, Georgia. So I get it. After the Vaughn situation, they was antagonizing and trolling you. And for the longest, Quando Rondo wasn't speaking on it. But when you drop that song and you diss Vaughn, when you drop that song and you diss Vaughn, from there your career went down. because I felt like, bro, you should have took the adult a situation about it. But I get it, you still a shorty. You still a shorty out here, but you don't never be involved in something like that and then go rap about it like, come on, like you and Vaughn wasn't just kicking it and being cool. Like y'all just wasn't on live dissing 63rd together. Like, come on. And then after Vaughn passed, you go link up with 63rd, the ones that you was dissing and beefing. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, Quando. Soon as you'd have pulled up to Chicago on 63rd, them boys would have did you in, bro. Them boys were trying to bait you in. 63rd really wasn't messing with you, dude. They really weren't. They messed with YB though. Man, them dudes was gonna reel Quando Rondo in the 63rd and do something to him. Bro, when you just hanging with the ops dissing us, remember he called them crackheads and all of that. Y'all go listen to that video with him and Quando, NBA YoungBoy and Quando. They was trolling the mess out of 63rd. Oh, 63rd, some crackheads. Y'all some this, y'all some that. But soon after Von passed, you ran straight to billionaire and all the dudes that was left over there. You ran over there to all of them. That's why I wish Duck was alive, because Duck would have treated Quando. He'd have treated Quando. Man, you think you about to come over here now cause fooling them gone? Man, if Duck was alive, Duck would have treated Quando Rondo. He'd have treated Quando Rondo. Man, you ain't about to come over here after dissing us. Nah, stay with fooling them. Nah, stay with fooling them. But you know, Billionaire Black and all of them dudes, they thirsty for clout and attention and to get in the music industry. So they just open their arms with open arms. Like, come on, man. I can see YB now because YB, YB, hey man, YB that he that in, so hey. You more than welcome to come over here. If you YB, if I was 63rd, I'll tell YB, you more than welcome to come over here. We need that mainstream help. You more than welcome to come over here. That's why I say, man, these dudes, Quando Rondo killed his own career. You was with Vaughn and them and Dirt and them, dissing, ducking them. But then when things went wrong, you tried to run with ducking them. Come on, man. Then you linking up with people in Memphis, all of that. You linking up with people in Memphis to try to get at Shiesty, all types of stuff you just was wilding with. This and Fredo Bang and them, man, with YB and Fredo Bang got going on in Baton Rouge is personal, bro. You all the way in Savannah, Georgia, bro. Just because you signed to his label, that don't mean that you got to beef with him too. Come on, man. You cost your own career, bro. Only reason why your tape got dropped is because NBA YoungBoy was on it and Atlanta Records, in they mind, it's all about a business. All right, it's gonna make money because YB is on it. That's the only reason why your project is getting approved by the label, is because NBA YoungBoy is forcing them. Why wouldn't I drop a collab tape with one of the hottest artists of this generation? It might bring him back up. I'm still gonna make money. You don't get a chance to get back for real. Imagine a guy better off aspect of like pulling up to you. But this won't hurt YB career doing. No, you right. YB careers. Listen, YB fans is so loyal. I don't think YB career would never be over. Whether if he is on house arrest, in the feds, in Baton Rouge, California, Utah, Montana, or Japan. YB fans is so loyal, he's going to win no matter what. And people be like, oh, NBA YoungBoy dropped 3 albums in a month. Okay? Let me put y'all up on game. NBA YoungBoy got a partnership with Motown. It's worth like $60 million for like 13 to I think 25 projects. So once he give them 25 projects, they gotta re-sign him. That's why NBA YoungBoy is dropping all of these albums, because once he give Motown, I believe it's between 16 to 25 albums that he has to give them. Once he gives them that, he's out of that deal. NBA YoungBoy, y'all don't realize that he's one of the richest, youngest rappers. He got, he owns his masters. He got a partnership with Motown slash Universal, thanks to Birdman. Birdman walked him into the Universal office. Um, but his deal was for like $60 million for like 25 projects. Think about how many albums he done already released already. He done already probably released about 7 or 8. So that means he could be out of his deal by the end of this year. And then get another 60, 70 to $100 million at the next calendar year. Man, YB is smart. He play crazy. YB is playing crazy. He's playing crazy. Man, that man ain't slow. I just don't get why you want to keep playing so crazy, bro. You ain't crazy. You got one of the best deals in the music industry. And he got creative control so he can release an album every month. He can release the 25 albums in 1 month if he chooses to. But it's probably a clause in there to where he only can release so many albums monthly. Or it got to be a little time span between the albums. They might say, okay, it got to be like a month and a half time span or have to be so many weeks apart. But come on, man. Quando Rondo career, though, you right, though, man. He killed his own career trying to be hard. That's why he ain't had no choice but to be in Savannah, Georgia, trapping and trying to run the Crips. He ain't got no choice. I bet to let Lil Tim put a battery in his back. Come on, man. Lil Tim ain't never had nothing to lose this whole time. That's why he been a shooter from the jump. Lil Tim never had nothing to lose. You let that man put a battery in your back, man, to diss Vaughn after that junk, bro. They like, oh, bro, we standing on it with you. Then you get YB to say he's standing on it with you too. So they put a battery in your back, bro. You should have left that junk alone after Vaughn passed away, man. You should have left it alone, bro. Whatever gonna happen is gonna happen, bro. I'm not commenting on it in the interviews. I'm making one statement. This is what I would have said after that pass. My condolences go out to to King Von and his family. This incident should have never happened. If I could take it back, I wish I could have. My condolences go out to his kids, his family. If there's anything that I could do as far as anything to make this right, I will do it. Yeah, the music industry and the streets gonna look at you like you soft and this and that. But bro, the approach that you took, bro, it killed your career. If you wanted to have a music career, bro, you shouldn't have went at it the way you did. Because you wasn't even established enough to even go at Vaughn on a music level. Like, Vaughn had some loyal fans. Von Dirt and that Chicago Wave was some serious fans. What made you think you wasn't established yet? Like, you had some good co-signs from YB, The Baby. I said Lil Baby. You know, you had Atlantic Records bagging you, and you had they full roster. But you wasn't even really established to really even go at Vaughn like that, alive or dead. Your biggest songs, from my point of view, is everybody else featured. Your biggest song is what? Lil Baby. Your biggest song is with NBA YoungBoy. Your biggest songs is with Kevin Gates. Your biggest songs is with features. I don't really know a Quando Rondo song without an artist being on it. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I just ain't never heard of it, man. So I just don't feel like, I feel like, man, like my boy Black Troller said, man, he cost himself his own career trying to be hard, trying to follow up YB. He thought it was YB, bro. You ain't established enough. YB ain't gotta leave the house to do a concert to make some money. He could sit in the house all day and release music from his house and make millions of dollars. You ain't established like that. If you don't do concerts, do shows, and reach the fans, you gonna get forget about. That man to let Lil Tim put a battery in his back, bro. That just cost him his music career. And y'all wonder why he in Savannah getting caught up in RICO cases and all of that. That man just pleaded guilty yesterday to a federal drug case. How is a dude who got $1 million advances been on tours with Baby, NBA YoungBoy, Kevin Gates, all these rappers and artists, you know, been on every big major platform. Every artist was messing with you in the world. You was getting 15, 20,000 a feature, a verse to now, bro. You getting caught up in a drug ring in Georgia on top of getting gang charges and the rest of that. That lets you know, man, his career was over. That man took his last music money and he put it in them streets. He like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I see all the comments. I just don't pay attention to none of the negative ones. But yeah, man. And it's crazy though, man, cause Quando Rondo is talented, man. He is one of the most talented artists to ever probably come out of Savannah, Georgia, other than Camouflage. Like, that dude is talented and is versatile. Like, I really thought he was gonna take that real far. Like, I really thought Quando Rondo was gonna take his career real far. Like when he first came out, like I was like, oh yeah, this dude got something. Like he's 17, you know, he got something. Like then he signed with Atlantic and NBA YoungBoy. I'm like, all right, he got something, but that man whole career then went down. He already didn't have a rap career. All right, put it to you like this, right? He just pleaded guilty to a federal drug case, right? On top of having other gang cases and other charges, right? The man ain't about to do no other than 5 years. I don't see Quando Rondo getting nothing under 5 years, man. I don't see him, and that's about to be all federal time. I don't see him getting nothing under than 5 years. He's not gonna have a career in 5 years because he barely got one today. Yeah, rest in peace to Camouflage. His daughter Flaugier, man, doing her thing, man. Y'all go check her out, man. People think that she just hoop at LSU, man, but she a hard rapper too. Shout out to Flaugier, man, his daughter. But rest in peace to Camouflage. Shout out to Savannah, Georgia, man. I love y'all in Savannah. But yeah, yeah, facts. I heard ABG was like that. He gonna blow up. He did that for a little while until he tried to wrap it up. While beef and had nothing to do with it in the first place. Yup. Yup, Redeem Walker, let me pin that comment. That's facts. He said facts. He had pretty potential. He was gonna blow up until he tried wrapping himself up in NBA YoungBoy beat. Yeah, I love Flaugier too. That too. Jibo. Ain't nobody listening to him in no 5 years because they barely listening to him right now. Hold on, let me dang, I ain't pin that comment. Hold on, let me pin that. You right. He ain't got a career right now, so imagine ain't nobody gonna listen to him in 5 years, man. He's going to prison. He's going to prison. He's not about to get no year or two or nothing like that. That man is about to do 5 or more. Federal drug charges, gang charges, and other little small charges. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why you think that man is doing the streaming and the gaming junk now? Because he got to come up with different revenues now to make money. Because the music ain't working for him. And obviously the street stuff is on hold right now because he can't leave out the house. If they pulled up to his house right now, right? Let's just say if his probation officer or whoever right now on the case, they pulled up to his house right now and he got 2 or 3 gang members in his house, he already about to go back. Like, people don't realize once you get classified as a gang member, like you cannot be around other gang members. It's a bunch of stuff. Like, he don't realize the type of severity that he's really in. Like, you to the point that you can't hang around your old friends no more, Quando. Like, get that through your head, bro. You can't hang around 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 40s, 30s, 20s, 10s. You can't, bro. You're never gonna get nowhere far in life still trying to be a rolling 60 member from Savannah, Georgia. You're never gonna get nowhere, bro. I'm just being honest with you. You can still make like your gaming channel popping, your streaming junk popping, your Twitch popping. Like there's other avenues you can make money other than feeling like you got to be in the streets because your music career ain't what it is. But like it or not, a lot of you youngsters gonna learn it the hard way, but you gonna learn it. Yeah, for everybody that's just tapping in, he just reached a plea deal yesterday with the feds in Georgia on his drug charges in Georgia. They said that he conspired to distribute fentanyl, marijuana, cocaine. It was a list of stuff. They said they pretty much saying that he was the leader of a fraction of the Rolling 60s in Savannah, Georgia. So he got hit with some serious charges, man. But he pleaded guilty, man. Shout out to Mayo X Danja. What's up? What's up, brother? But yeah, man. So at the end of the day, man, he going to the feds. And all them charges that he just pleaded guilty to, I don't see him getting no couple years for no fentanyl, no cocaine charges, no none of that. I don't see him getting no couple years off of that. And he's still facing gang charges and all of that. He still got a separate indictment. So he, like I say, man, who y'all think won out of that Drake and Kendrick beef? Yeah, Jack, you funny. Shout out to my boy Jack. Jack, subscribe to the channel. Grimmy Reaper say Kendrick, man, y'all seen Kendrick bring out the whole LA? That man brought out Crips, Bloods, Essays, everybody in LA. I thought it was a peach treaty out there for that music video. That man brought the whole LA out. That man went to he was all over Cali. That man had people from Watts, LA, uh, all over LA, man. Come on, man. Listen, people don't realize how big Kendrick is, man. A lot of people couldn't do what Kendrick just did. YG, the game, a lot of them dudes couldn't get all those hoods to be together and don't nothing happen. He said Kendrick by far. Beja Blast Lover said Kendrick by far. Yeah, Drake, yeah, it's over with. Then Drake tried to throw YG in the song for clout in LA. What Kendrick do? Throw YG right in the video. Come on, bro. They both from Compton. They both, well, one affiliate of Bloods and one is an active Blood member. What made Drake think that he was going to get YG to go against Kendrick? Like, come on, they both from Compton. Like, y'all seen them in that video in Compton. Like, what would make Drake think? Because he threw YG in it. Like, you thought it was gonna be a Meek and a what was old boy name? ARAB situation. When you threw ARAB in your song, you thought that YG and Kendrick was gonna beef. Come on, man. YG smarter than that. YG no, bro. That's Compton. Bro, you can't go against Kendrick. Like you, come on, man. You seen YG right in that video. Man, Drake feelings was hurt. Dang, YG, you supposed to be my mans. I didn't give you all them free verses and all that junk. Brought you out on tour. Every time I'm in LA, I bring you out. Nah, bro. You thought YG was gonna go against Kendrick for you? Man, you tripping. I bet YG said, nope, I don't want no parts of that. Drake tried it. Drake plays chess when people is playing checkers. The same way he did with Meek Mill and AR Ab, he tried to do that and get YG to be on his side in Cali. YG ain't going for that. YG already know what's up. First of all, you don't want to go against Kendrick. That's first of all, and then, bro, you gonna go against your own city in Compton? Come on, Kendrick's from Compton. Whether he's don't rap like it or don't sound like it, he's from Compton. He's affiliate of the Pyru Bloods there. The whole L.A. love him. The whole West Coast love him. Well, the whole world love him. But man, the West Coast, that's they. Like if this was back in the day, that would be they NWA, or that would be they Ice Cube, that would be they Snoop Dogg, that would be they Dr. Dre. Like Kendrick is the West Coast. Like the same way Drake, you get all that love in Toronto, and you consider the king of the East. That's the king of the West, bro. And you can't try to get people from the West Coast to side with you or try to jump in your beef, because YG don't want them problems in that booth. He don't want them problems in that booth with Kendrick. He's smart. He stepped right out the way. He stepped right out the way. I'm from Detroit, man, and Eminem is one of the best lyricists, bro, but he's not. He's not the top. He's not the top. I ain't gonna lie to you. I still think it's Cole. Who y'all think the best rapper is right now? Who y'all think the best rapper is right now? They ain't got to be lyrical, lyricists, or none of that. I'm going with J. Cole. I don't think nobody can mess with J. Cole hands down. Why you think Kendrick watching what he's saying? Kendrick been going at Drake and Drake only. That lets you know what that conversation behind closed doors was about. All right, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I apologize, and going forward, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. Trizzle man say Lil Wayne. Somebody said Lil TJ, J. Cole, Montana 300, Cole, Lil Wayne of all time. Yeah, rest in peace to Fulio. That is sad. Lil TJ the GOAT. Lil TJ hard, but he ain't nowhere near the best rapper. The best rapper, Cappy say J. Cole sucks. I don't know about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. My top three is Cole, Dot, and I'll put Drake there. And I'll put Drake there. And if I don't put Drake there, I'll put Future. But I think Future four. I would say Future four and Drake third. And then my five would be probably YB. It'll probably be YB, Lil Baby, and Dirt. I believe like they all in that same category after that. But that's how I feel like the top in the game. Cole, Dot, Drake, Future, Baby, YB, Dirt, and then after that it could just go. He said his top three is Lil TJ, YB, and Lil Baby. All right. Say Drake trash. Drake trash. Ghostwriters. Yeah, but when it come out of Drake mouth, it's platinum. When it come out his mouth, it's diamond. You wildin'. You mean one of Drake's 60 writers? Hey, everybody got their own choice. It says, did Kendrick really betray Drake in the past? I don't really know. Lamar kinda cooked Drake. Yeah. Drake the only rapper with credits longer than movie credits. Yeah. If y'all go to Wikipedia and y'all do look at Drake's songs, y'all will see about 12 to 13 writers. On the song, it should just be the artist, it should be the songwriter and the producer. That's it. And then from there, go to the engineer and the mixer and all of that. But it should only be the songwriter and the producer on the song. So you're right. His credits is longer than a movie credit. Who y'all think was better, Dirk or Von? I think Von would have been bigger than Dirk. G-Bo say Dirk, Von, No Cap, Rollo, ESTG. Yeah, ESTG and No Cap Hard, Rollo Hard too. Facts people don't get Drake isn't just a rapper. He's a magician that can make all kinds of music. That too, you right about that, bro. He can make all types of kinds of music. Caribbean music, hood music, drill music, music for the ladies. He's pop. Drake is pop. That's why a lot of times you can't really put him in rap because he really pop. He's like the Weeknd. He can make all type of music. Von, Dirk. Hold on, let me how many Von? One, two, three, four. We got we got one, two, three. We got two Dirks and three Vons. I say Von. We got three and three. Well, no, four. Von. I say Von, bro. Von would have been way bigger than Dirt. Of course, if Von would have been alive, minus his legal issues, because he'd probably be locked up right now. But if Von was alive and he didn't have them legal issues, Von would be way bigger than Dirt. Way bigger than Dirt. Way bigger. That man was he was skyrocketing at a pace that Dirt. It took Dirt been rapping since like oh 08, oh 09. Dirt didn't blow up to like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago when he got that feature from when he got that feature from Drake, his career just took off after that. But Von was only out and rapping for about a year and a half, 2 years before he got killed. And he already was skyrocketing up there. It took Dirt about 10 years to get to where Von was trending too. You get me? But of course, Von had the resources that Dirt didn't have. He had artists that was already established in the music industry, and then Von made his own friends and established his own relationships. But it took Von was quicker than Dirt because Dirt had more connections and more ways to help Von out. Like Dirt walked Von into music labels and into shit like that. People weren't doing that for Dirt when he was rapping. You get what I'm saying? Dirt put Von on. He definitely did. He played a major part in it. He did. And he was established already in the music industry. He already had the Futures, the 21s, the Gunners. He already had those as friends, so it ain't nothing to get your man's Von a feature. Versus when Dirk started, they didn't have that type of star power. Dirk was the underdog. It was all about Keith. And the people weren't talking about Dirk in the beginning. It was all about Keith. Man, Dirk didn't start popping until he did that song with Drake. And then his career just took off. And then from there, he just kept going. He dropped his stuff with Baby, and he just kept going, kept going. Then Von lost his life to stuff with NBA YoungBoy. He just started taking off, taking off. But Von took off faster than Dirk did, from my opinion. Crosby King say Drake is awful. UGC fam say Drake is not like us. Von was literally the one dude that can listen to all in once. Yeah. Dirk was signed to Def Jam. Yeah, he was. He was signed to Def Jam, but where did his career go when he was on Def Jam? Nowhere. He only had one good song, and that was that "This Ain't What You Want." He had a couple good mixtapes under Def Jam, but he took off when he got with Alimony. If you ask me personally, his career took off more with Alimony than Def Jam. I don't feel like he was doing a lot when he was on Def Jam. His career wasn't doing nothing when he was on Def Jam. What was he doing? Man, when that man got with Alimony, man, that man took off. He said, bro, Dirk was popping before that Drake feature. Nah, I said Dirk career took off. Popping and career taking off is different. Dirk probably was getting 30,000 a show before that song dropped. He said it on an interview after that song dropped with shout out to Sheen Jackson. He said it after that song dropped with Dirk. I started charging 100,000 a verse. Like, come on, them prices went up. Dirt is getting a $500,000 a show. He wasn't getting that on Def Jam. He was lucky if he was getting 25,000 a show on Def Jam. That man's getting $500,000 a show. Don't let him get booked for no festival. You might be having to pay that man close to $1 million. There you go, Zebo. Drake took Dirk mainstream. That's all I'm trying to say. He been popping. Dirt already had a name, but he wasn't as big as he was until he started messing with Drake. That song changed Dirk's career. Imagine if Von had that. Imagine if Von had that Drake feature. You get what I'm saying? Von did all of that without no big features. His biggest features is what? Drake, T Grizzly, Polo G, um, what's his biggest songs? I mean, his biggest features. I mean, that might be it. He ain't got no songs with like Future and Drake and Wayne, and he ain't got no songs like that. Like, imagine if Von jumped on a song with Drake, or Drake and Von did a song together. Come on, man. Imagine Von mainstream. He already got the streets for real. But of course, like I say, everything is a what if, because we all know Von got some real serious legal issues. So it probably would have never happened. Like 1918, Von ain't need Drake. He was a hitter and people loved him. Yeah, you right about that, Les. You right about that. How y'all feel about Fulio? How y'all feel about that Fulio situation? I feel like that man, he played with his life, man. That man he dropped a week before he went to Tampa. He dropped on his Instagram, he gonna be in Tampa, Florida. Then the man got to Tampa, Florida. He dropped his low that he was at an Airbnb. Then he dropped his low again when he got to the club. Then he dropped the location of the club. It was like, bro, you just like Jacksonville and Tampa is like three and a half hours away. Like, what makes you think, bro, you gave people so much time, bro, to get to you, bro, and you just dropping your location like it's sweet. Like, come on, man, that was crazy. What y'all think? King Alex say, what goes around comes around. Fulio wasn't moving smart. Straight up, say Fulio wasn't moving smart. Yeah. Yeah, they had a week head start. He posted the flyer that he was going to be at a Tampa club a week before he came to Tampa. Killer K, he dropped 5 different locations. Yeah. Like, man dropped 5 different locations. Like, I don't get that part. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to end this live and I'm about to start a Fulio one. Hold on. Y'all join it.